Rate hikes by the Fed have sent the average credit interest rate surging to new highs. For Americans with paid balances, that may not be a concern, but for the millions that carry a balance month to month on a high APR credit card, those payments can feel excessive. For more on what you should do if you find yourself in that situation, let's go to LendingTree's Chief Credit Analyst, Matt Schulz. Great to have you here with us today. First, what should people do if they find themselves in a situation where we've got interest rates rising and they carry that month-to-month interest?
Well, the best thing that they can do, one of the best tools that they have in their arsenal against rising interest rates is a 0% balance transfer credit card. And it may seem counterintuitive to folks to get a new credit card as a way to fight credit card debt, but these cards are widely available, especially if you have good credit, and they can allow you to go a year, 15 months, up to 21 months without accruing any interest on that transferred balance. So while rates have gone up like crazy and it's a daunting time for anybody with credit card debt, a tool like a 0% balance transfer card is a really, really good option.
Matt, sorry, do we know what percentage of people who have credit cards do carry a balance and do end up paying interest?
It's a little over half. It's something like 55% of active credit card accounts carry a balance on a regular basis. And the latest Fed data that just came out the other day showed that for accounts that are carrying a balance, that are accruing interest, the average interest rate is 20.4%. And that's a jump of 2 full percentage points from last quarter. And it's the highest number since the Fed began tracking this way back in 1994. So it's a really, really tough time to have credit card debt.
Matt, what's your best advice? If I have 5 G's on a credit card with an interest rate of almost 23%, how do I bring that down?
Yeah, it's really about trying to control that interest rate, whether it's through a 0% balance transfer credit card, a personal loan. And another thing that people can do that they may not know about is that they can call their credit card issuer and ask them to lower their rate. We did a report in 2022 that showed that 70% of folks who asked their credit card issuer for a lower APR got one. But the problem is that far too few people ever ask. So it's just so important. It can be really daunting.
Let me jump in here. I've never heard that before. You can call up your credit card company and just get that rate lowered. How do you negotiate something like that?
Yeah, no, I get that reaction all the time when I tell people that. And really, in some cases, it's a matter of just calling and asking. But really, the best way to do it is to come with a little ammunition in the form of offers that you might have received in your snail mail or your email or seen at sites like LendingTree, calling them up and saying, hey, I've been a good customer of yours for a while now. I've never missed a payment, but my APR now is 23, 24%. I just got offered a rate of 18, 19%. Can you match it? And the credit card marketplace is so competitive that chances are, if you've been a good customer, they're going to at least listen to you and work with you.
For households who are trying to monitor how they're spending their cash, where might you say for a credit card kind of increased usage at this point in time too, what other tips they can take to best kind of monitor their spending and really take hold of that, knowing that they might have to put a few more things on credit as everything else continues to be increasingly expensive right now?
Yeah, really one of the best things that people can do is reassess the budget that they have, because a lot of people may not have reviewed that budget in 3 or 6 months. And if they haven't, a lot of the assumptions that they made about expenses have probably been blown out of the water because of inflation. And if all of those assumptions are incorrect, at the end of the month, you're going to end up having less income to put towards things like paying down high interest credit card debt. So that's really the place to start, is making sure that your budget is up to date and that you know exactly how much is coming in and out of your household on each given month, and then you can prioritize where more of that money goes.
Do you think we could outlast a shallow recession or even a mild recession without seeing some type of credit crisis, hopefully?
I do think it's entirely possible. The resilience that Americans have shown has been really pretty remarkable. I mean, even now, with nearly record credit card debt, record interest rates, delinquencies are still near historic lows. They're climbing, but they're still really, really low. And I think that as long as we don't see the bottom fall out when it comes to the job market, I do think that there's a chance that people may weather this, because credit card debt is just kind of what we do in this country. We always have it. It tends to grow. And people, even through the pandemic, even through some really weird economic times, have generally done a pretty good job of handling it to this point.
Matt, thanks so much. Good tips in here for folks. Matt Schulz, the LendingTree Chief Credit Analyst. Appreciate it.
Thank you.